Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, folks. I hope you're all having a great day so far. In this video, I'm going to show you a potential trading opportunity I see setting up in Jumia Technologies, ticker symbol JMIA. Also, I'm going to talk about a bubble I see forming in a group of stocks and discuss how I plan to take advantage of it when that bubble pops. Well, before I get to the video, I just want to say thank you to everyone who has already subscribed to my channel and for hitting the like button on some of my previous videos. I really appreciate you doing that. And if you're new to my channel, I like to find short-term and long-term trading and investing opportunities in typically lower-priced stocks. I like to look for diamonds in the rough, undervalued, underappreciated stocks that have high growth potential, as well as all other things finance related. Now, if that's something that interests you, please subscribe so you don't miss any future trading and investing ideas. Also, I am not a financial advisor, so please do your own research before buying any of these stocks. Jumia Technologies was founded back in 2012 and has been referred to as the Amazon of Africa. And it's also the first African startup to go public on the New York Stock Exchange. Jumia's services include retail shopping, phone and gift card reloading, groceries and food delivery, and financial services, including their own digital wallet product called Jumia Pay. Now, many companies have been trying to capitalize on the potential of the African market, and Africa has a population of over 1.2 billion with a median age of only 20 years old, and with their GDP expected to grow at over 5% a year for the foreseeable future, that presents companies and investors with a huge opportunity. One thing that Jumia certainly has going for it is brand name recognition. And if you want exposure to this opportunity in Africa's growth, Jumia could potentially be a great way to do it. Jumia is trying to solve a very big problem. Shopping in Africa at the moment in most places is currently extremely difficult. The logistics of shopping is challenging because of traffic, distances between stores, and limited store options and product choices. Now, because of these obstacles, there's not enough competition, which results in higher prices. Lack of efficient supply chains is also a contributing factor to high product costs. Now, in the beginning, almost all of their business was conducted in big cities, but for the past several years, they've been expanding into smaller secondary cities and rural areas, and now they are much more balanced, and that trend should continue as they further build out their infrastructure, so that should fuel growth for years to come. Okay, so let's get to the charts. Right here, I have a daily chart pulled up, and if you look at the beginning, Jumia IPO'd on April 12th, 2019, and opened at $18.26, and then more than doubled to a high of $49.77 just a few days later. So there was a lot of buying interest surrounding Jumia from the get-go. But then on May 9th of 2019, Citron Research put out a report claiming Jumia's equity is worthless and the company was a flat-out fraud, and that report sent shares tumbling approximately 40% in just a few days. Jumia's stock price was in a slow fade down until April of this year when it hit a low of just over $2 a share. It slowly started to move higher again soon after the low and now has been in the run-up phase, and it hit a high of almost $24 a share just a couple of days ago for a gain of over 1,000% off the lows. Now, at the moment, I don't plan on investing in Jumia for the long run, so I haven't looked into that Citron report. But if I do plan on being a long-term investor, I'm definitely going to read it. And if you're a long-term shareholder or plan on being one, I recommend you read it as well to at least investigate what they were concerned about. But all that stuff is what has already happened. The question, of course, is Jumia a buy right now? And for me, the answer is no. This stock has run too far too fast, but I think Jumia could be a good swing trade candidate if price pulls back to this trend line I have drawn on the chart. Another layer of support should also be the 34-period exponential moving average, or the orange line that I have on the chart. Now, going back a few weeks, you can see it's found support at the 34-period exponential moving average a few times during the run-up, and I think it's going to find support there again if it hits it and the trend line at the same time. If price starts falling soon, I'm going to be very interested in trying to catch the bounce up at the $12 to $13 price area. And if I zoom into the hourly chart, that setup looks even better. And as you can see, it's finding support at the 34-period exponential moving average right now. So it's obeying that moving average on multiple time frames. But if I go back to the daily chart, you can see price has been riding the 8-period exponential moving average, or the white line on the chart, during this current price advance. And also, I wouldn't be surprised that once that line catches up to price, if it catapults it to a new high, because these online retail stocks have been on fire. Unfortunately, I don't chase stocks, so I'm only interested on the higher probability trade if it pulls back to the trend line and the moving average. Now, as I alluded to earlier in this video, I think there's a huge bubble forming in the online retail stocks, and I've been following them, waiting for them to roll over so I can either short them or buy some puts. And right now I'm going to show you which ones I'm looking at and how inflated these stocks are. The first one I'm going to pull up is Wayfair, ticker symbol W. Wayfair has been on an absolute tear since March, when it hit a low of $21.70 on March 19th and is now over $300 a share and still climbing. What I like to do when I see charts like this is back out to the weekly chart so I can see how exaggerated the move really is compared to earlier years. And as you can see, this stock has gone completely parabolic. Price has found support at the 8-period exponential moving average the whole move up, so I don't even want to think about shorting this rocket until it breaks that moving average and begins to roll over. The second one of these bubble stocks that I'm looking at is Overstock.com, ticker symbol OSTK. Overstock hit a low of $2.53 on March 18th and is now over $100 a share. So that means it's up almost 4,000% in less than 6 months. If that's not a bubble, I don't know what is. But remember, shorting bubble stocks is one of the most risky things you can do because they seemingly go on forever and move crazy fast. So you have to be patient and wait for them to roll over and still proceed with caution, because they could always turn back around and make higher highs. Now, if I back out to the weekly chart, you can see how extreme this move up has actually been, and it's just begging to fall back down to earth. Back in 2017, it got a little bubbly as well, and that didn't turn out so good in the next couple of years, so I'm betting this one is going to end up quite similar. But of course, with how tempting this chart looks to short right this second, you have to wait for it to roll over because you don't want to step in front of a moving train. Now, there's other stocks like eBay and Shopify and a few others that are participating in this bubble, but I think these two are the bubbliest ones I see at the moment. Okay guys, so in conclusion, I think Jumia and these other online retail stocks are very risky long-term buys at the moment. And I think Jumia's run-up can be attributed to them just being in this very hot sector. But I think they could definitely be a very high probability swing trade if it pulls back to the $12 to $13 area and hits that trend line soon. So I'm going to keep it on my watch list. Now let me know in the comments section what you think about this trade or the bubble that's happening in these online retail stocks. Also, let me know if you have any other info on Jumia, because I'd love to hear more about this company. Okay, folks, I'm going to end the video right there. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end, and until next time, take care, everybody.